Hi, Justin Deering here, and I want to do a quick review of these Work Connect. I'm going to try this way. We're in my basement. I've got, the Knotty Pine walls. There's my bar. So I bought these. Okay, so these are 3M Work Connect Bluetooth headphones. They're basically just like industrial ear protection, which means that like the cheap. The best way to think about this is I guess if you ever shot like pistols in or shot rifles in Boy Scouts, like the cheap headphones they have there, or like the cheap headphones that like you would use that well these are actually the headphones, like your landscaper probably listens to if he listens to music, uh, while mowing your lawn. There's also like another version of these Work Connects where they have a radio embedded in them instead of Bluetooth in them. So anyway, I looked at yeah, because of this pandemic. So I've done work from home for a while. No big thing. No big thing for me. Uh, and I've kind of had the kids home before, but they've just been home more and they've just been noisier and whatever. And especially just due to stress and whatever. I've just had trouble blocking them out, and also my wife's um, been taking them down to the basement where I've been kind of have a lot of soundproof houses. She's got to kind of work from home to reality of the situation. Just things are harder. So anyway, I went looking at Bluetooth headphones. So basically, there is a pair of Bose. I think the QB35. I forgot what the model number is. The $400 pair of headphones. And those apparently the killer feature on them is they have really good active noise cancellation in both the ears and also on the microphone. They have so you could take a call in a busy airport. No one knows you're in a busy airport. Not that big a deal for me because, quite frankly, if I have to take a call like in an airport or a subway station or whatever, it's either like I just like have to take this call, and like I have to um, I don't have to pull the as far as it's usually a situation where I'm like, okay, you're making me take this call here, and it's like, okay, you're gonna suffer with me being such a busy important person that someone needs me to travel and someone needs me to talk on the phone. It's I don't I say that tongue in cheek, but like I'm not gonna go super crazy with that. The Sony's, which I think they're the big long model number, but the M3 version of them, they're used for, I think they originally sold for about 400. I've seen them used for about buck 80, $180. And not to use reconditioned like factory reconditioned, good as new. And I've seen replacement lithium ion batteries for them for like $16. And they are the ones that people seem to love them. And I don't know how good if so they have active noise cancellation, and they have like a kind of a touch screen on the side, not the actual screen, but the touch part to control the volume and stuff with via gestures. They've got a pretty good headphone. They're also like audiophile level gear there, and my thing with headphones is like if I'm going to spend money on headphones, I actually like a very open ear design like Grados or Sennheiser makes. Basically, I like the kind that like literally just don't block sound at all. Basically, is what the thing I would prefer to spend, and not that I wouldn't mind spending money on a pair with like Bluetooth and all that block the sound if that was worth it. But the other thing, I went and did my research for active noise cancellation. So active noise cancellation, low pitch sounds, and for regular like sounds. So basically like airplanes, engines, any kind of engines. These well air jet engines or kerosene. But whatever engines tend to be relatively low pitched. I guess electric motors are high pitched noises, and the noise is regular. It just it whines or bzz or whatever it does. Right, it's a regular noise. But I have small children who speak, which is an irregular noise, and they speak with high pitches because they're little 6 and 4 year old girls. So I didn't want to spend all that money, and end up with basically the headphone, which was to my children. So I bought these. They were $40, and yeah, I mean they're like a cheap pair of headphones with a cheap Bluetooth receiver. and they're whatever. And basically, I don't have a way of like showing you what they sound like or whatever. Maybe I'll try to power them on. Maybe you can hear them. So to turn them on, so it's got a USB charger over here, and it's also got yeah, so it's got a USB charger over there, and it's got a 3.5 millimeter out. You know, use just direct 3.5 millimeter, which I have not done. Let's see if we can hear them when I turn them on. So you know. Okay, I just heard him say power on. I don't expect, you know, whatever. I mean, they fine when they're in my ear. That's a reasonable volume. I heard him say power on. I probably said charge high. I could press it twice to put in pair mode.
Bluetooth pairing on.
See, I said Bluetooth pairing on. You might have heard that. Let me turn it off now.
Power on.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, the audio quality is. I mean, it's okay. You know, it's a cheap pair of headphones. It's like if you got a $20 pair of USB headphones. But the audio blocking quality is really awesome on these. In terms of, and that's the thing, they don't have to be on because it's just the foam over here. I actually sound different myself here. So the one problem I have with these headphones is they block audio really, really well. So one thing, like, so I had to take a Teams call with my coworkers. And luckily, like I'm a software developer, so and you know, usually most of my meetings are kind of like with my team, and there's, you know, certainly a bit of leeway and you know, forgiveness because it's like the stand-up meeting. You know, I mean, sometimes I do have like I have the end of sprint demo, which is, you know, with kind of the brass, and that's got to be kind of a different level of buttoned up. But yeah, the big issue here I've had with as I was and this has been noticed multiple times is, yeah, there's absolutely no active noise or active or passive, or there's no noise cancellation on the microphone. The microphone's either here or here. I forgot which one has the ear in it. I'm not going to take them off to look for the hole and say that's the hole. But anyway, the microphone will pick up any noises, and basically it doesn't do, it has no echo. So one guy on the internet, when I was doing my research, one guy complained, and I could not find any complaints or any verifying to or against this. One guy in one Amazon review said that he put them in and he paired them and there was an echoing. I never had an echo problem with these, but one guy on the internet does. Okay, I don't. But I was on a Teams call, and my kids with two of my coworkers, and they were like, yeah, there's like romper room in there. We're like, what's going on there? And I look up and like my kids are, you know, whatever, running around and being children. And so the advantage of this is, if you want headphones to like wear all day and you don't have like a lot of meetings, these will filter out your noise. The one issue I have with these things, from noise cancellation, I have no idea what's going on the outside at all, even when my microphone's on. So it does too good of a job there, which is a problem. But it's a $41 pair of headphones. I think it was $40 on Amazon. Prime came relatively quickly, obviously. You know, this came during the quarantine in a relatively quick thing. You know, I think they're really great. They are, you know, I forgot what the NFR and whatever the rating is. Their worst case scenario, you can take these if you when you mow the lawn. You know, you can take them to whatever. You can take them when you mow the lawn. You can take them using power tools. You can just take them if you do like rifle shooting or whatever. From the, you can take them to the range. If you own guns, you probably have a really expensive pair of headphones. This is like probably the pair you'd owned if your buddy went with you to, and like you got to bring your ear protection. You get the $40 pair because you look at what his like, yeah, expensive pair with the like active headphone in them cost. But anyway, yeah, so that works pretty good. They hold the charge, yeah, for at least 8 hours. I don't know how long they hold. They for more than 8 hours. It's fine. Well, I guess I haven't been. I'm not on a lot of calls, so but yeah, basically, if you have like an hour of calls in a day, in an 8 hour day, you turn it on. It will usually like you know, you turn it on. Your computer hopefully can be configured pair with it. One thing this phone does, one thing this feature doesn't have that a lot of high-end headphones have is apparently you can use devices, basically your phone and your laptop, is how that's supposed to work. So you can and you have both simultaneously paired, so you can that's not a big issue for me. I think I did pair my phone to my work laptop, and so I don't know if I never tried to like have someone call it because that's generally been a yeah, that's kind of like the thing. Like, I don't, who wants to take a call from you if they don't have to. But yeah, so you can only pair one device at a time. But I have this paired to my. I never pair it to my phone, but I pair it to my work laptop, my personal laptop, a Dell Costco like Inspiron special. They're like great. It's like under a grand i7 with 16 gigs of RAM, and then it doesn't say you can go up to 32, but you can put in a 30, replace that with a 32 gig stick and have 32 gigs of RAM on for like $1,100. Probably for like 1,000 if you maxed out the SSD hard drive. With the terabyte one or whatever. You can have a pretty powerful one. Got that at Costco a while back. I have an old ThinkPad XPS 230, like an old i5, like I'm talking like Windows 7 sticker on it, like that old. Running Ubuntu that pair with that. I had some issues with that because Ubuntu 18 and Bluetooth just basically it pairs fine, but it doesn't consider these like headphones. It considers them like they're hands-free devices, and basically it's just literally like it's just you could tell like a Linux kernel developer like why would you want this to like just work as a headphone and just work and then you go and you install a bunch you find some other Snap repository and you install Pulse Audio and you get a special repo that has like the latest version of Pulse Audio and thing, and eventually things just kind of seem to just work. And I still, when I first paired them, I still have to go to Pulse Audio and switch device, but at least this picks up as an audio device that I can like listen to music with. But that works as fine, and I believe that would be the same problem even if you had like a nice pair of like Sony or Bose or whatever Bluetooth headphones. But anyway, this works relatively well. No one's complained about call quality on here. As far as like I'm able to wear these all day. I don't have that any issue with comfort. I mean, they get a little sweaty around the ears because they are cheap ear protection. I haven't had problems. I'll just kind of wear them all day. Usually what I'll do, I use these also. So I do karate, and we started doing Zoom meetings for karate because of the quarantine. And basically, so I have my we generally have to take like 5 steps forward in the class, a maximum of like 5 step forward. So I have my laptop on like the other end of like my garage, or like today I did it outdoors, and that kind of works sort of okay. I need to like hook it up to my big V, just so I can see my instructor, but I wear these and that works fine. Oh yeah, distance wise. So a lot of people, I've heard I've read one review saying that if I have this connected, I have to have my phone in my right pocket and my left pocket to talk to. I never connected this to my phone, so I can't speak about the phone. But as far as my laptop, I can walk through a decent, like there are certain walls where when I go right through a doorway, like into my furnace room, which is like right past that TV, but between the TV and that doorway and completely obstructed. Doesn't look like there's a door there because of whatever, and I'm not going to walk around too much. Yeah, so the basically where it blips out for like a second, but I can walk through most of my house and listen. So, which is a cool thing I never really do because I've only had wired headphones. So now, like in theory, I haven't had the courage to do this because I'm afraid like mute will fail or something. But yeah, sometimes I got to go to the bathroom in the middle of a call, and I could do that. But I've definitely like walked out and just gone to get the once I walk out the door, I can't go too many stairs by my steps, and I think that's mostly the function of the wall at a big distance. That's where things start cutting out very quickly. As soon as I walk out my door, my house I think is, I forgot what my house is. I don't know. It's not very big. It's a ranch. Whatever. Seriously, look up my name on the New Jersey tax register. You can figure out what town I'm from and find my address and pull how many square feet. It's about a square house. That's about the dimensions of my house. It's yeah. If you really want to ask me, it's not that hard. You have my full legal name. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. I do. Yeah, I would definitely recommend these. They're worth because $40. They're kind of like in the experiment range. If I wanted a nicer pair of headphones, I probably would look into the Sonys. and hopefully we're gonna have a lot more data on headphones. And like I said, the one big, I guess the big caveat why not to get these is if you're concerned about like everyone else hearing your kids but you, that's a big deal. Um, if you're it's not audiophile quality, but it's like a, and it's fine for like gaming. That's the other thing. Like so, yeah. It is concerning that, yeah, like my wife can't really call to me. I won't hear her from like across the house. But I mean, I can hear her like so. Like she could come up and I can have a conversation without taking these off, and I can hear her if she's like right in front of me. I'll probably have this conversation so I can like hear a little clearer. But I mean, from at that range, I can hear her just fine. Um, yeah, like I said, range is okay-ish for what it is. It depends on how if you have a big house, or if you're in a steel structure or whatever. Maybe in a cube farm it doesn't work as well if they're because cubicles tend to be like metal, and that tends to block sound more than drywall and wood, or knotty pine walls like I have. Yes, they're awesome. 1976, 77 ish. Thank you, previous owner of my house. um, a lot of people aren't a fan. I know. I am. Um, but yeah, so I do recommend them for the price. I'll try to put some links in here when I post this, and that's about that's about that. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I do think this is worth the $40. Okay, bye.